Cours d'anglais.
The modal verbs. The modal verbs. Alors, on va lire la définition en anglais. Après, on passe à la traduction en français. The modal verbs. A modal verb is used along with the main verb to express possibility, ability, permission, or necessity. For example, in the statement, you must leave. You must leave. Must is a modal verb indicating that it's necessary for the subject, you, to perform the action of the verb, leave. The modal verb will is used to form the future tense, indicating an action that has not yet occurred. For example, I will call my doctor. I will call my doctor. Alors maintenant, on passe à la traduction, bien sûr en français. Je m'explique. Un verbe modal est utilisé avec un verbe principal pour exprimer une possibilité, une capacité, une permission ou une nécessité. Par exemple, dans l'énoncé You must leave, vous devez partir, devez, must, c'est devez, est un verbe modal indiquant qu'il est nécessaire que le sujet, subject, you, c'est-à-dire vous ou bien tu, exécute l'action du verbe partir, leave. To leave, c'est partir. Alors, le verbe modal, c'est will. Will est utilisé pour former le futur, indiquant une action qui n'est pas encore, qui n'a pas encore eu lieu. Par exemple, I will call my doctor. Je vais appeler mon médecin. Alors, examples. Modal verbs in a sentence. The proposal should be finished on time. The proposal should be finished on time. C'est-à-dire, la proposition doit être terminée à temps. Donc ici, le verbe modal, c'est should. Another example. Can you drive me to the airport? Can you drive me to the airport? C'est-à-dire la définition française. Pouvez-vous, ou bien peux-tu, pouvez-vous me conduire à l'aéroport? Pouvez-vous me conduire à l'aéroport? Another example. We might enhance access to documents. We might enhance access to documents. C'est-à-dire, nous pourrions améliorer l'accès aux documents. Alors, how are modal verbs used in sentences? How are modal verbs used in sentences? Modal verbs are used along with the main verb to indicate ability, necessity, possibility, and permission. In sentences containing modal verbs, the main verb typically takes the infinitive form. Modal verbs come before main verbs and never change. Examples. How to use modal verbs. How to use modal verbs. I might walk to work today. I might walk to work today. Qui veut dire en français, je pourrais marcher pour aller au travail aujourd'hui. Autre exemple, You may have as many cookies as you would like. You may have as many cookies as you would like. Vous pouvez avoir autant de cookies que vous le souhaitez. Lina must order tickets in advance if she wants to go to the theater. Lina must, donc là, modal verb c'est must. Lina must order tickets in advance if she wants to go to the theater. C'est-à-dire en français, Lina doit commander des billets à l'avance si elle souhaite aller au théâtre. Modal verbs list. Modal verbs list. Below is a table that illustrates some of the various uses of modal verbs. Note that modal verbs are very commonly used in a wide variety of senses. This table, qu'on va voir, this table doesn't cover every possible usages. Par exemple, on a, bon, dans ce tableau, qu'est-ce qu'on a? On a modal verb, function et example. For example, can. Function of can is to indicate ability, indicate possibility, indicate permission, informal, make a request, informal. For example, Javi can play the guitar, indicates ability. Javi can play the guitar. When to indicate possibility, we say we can drive or walk. Indicate permission. You can borrow that book. You can borrow that book. Make a request. Can I have some water? Can I have some water? Could. This modal verb, could. Function. Past form of the verb to can. Indicate a possibility or make a polite request. For example, she could speak French. She could speak French. Another example, you could become a chef. You could become a chef. Could you tell me the time? Could you tell me the time? May. Function. Indicate possibility. For example, Dana may arrive late. Or sometimes indicate permission, formal. You may enter. Or make a request, formal. May I respond? May I respond? Might. Indicate possibility. For example, I might order pizza. I might order pizza. Another example, he might get there in time, but I can't be sure. Another example, she might have known the truth. She might have known the truth. Must indicate obligation or sometimes indicate likelihood. For example, cyclists must wear helmets. Cyclists must wear helmets. I must remember to get a present for Daisy. I must remember to get a present for Daisy. Shall function indicate a future action, normally used only with I and we, or ask a question, normally used only with I and we. For example, I shall attend. Another example, shall we arrange a meeting? Shall we arrange a meeting? Should. Should. Attention, on ne prononce pas la lettre L. Pas should, c'est should. Make a suggestion. Indicate likelihood. For example, you should watch that film. Another example, Tom should be at the office. Tom should be at the office. Will indicate a future action or event, or sometimes make a polite request. For example, Faye will book the venue. Faye will book the venue. Another example, will you get the door? Will you get the door? Would. Would. Past form of will, or sometimes make a polite request. For example, she would often work late. She would often work late. Another example, would you call back later? Would you call back later? So, modal verbs and auxiliary verbs. Modal verbs are classed as a type of auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are used along with the main verb to express tense, mood, or voice. However, unlike modal verbs, regular auxiliary verbs follow subject-verb agreement, subject-verb agreement, and must be conjugated for tense and mood. Examples: auxiliary verbs in a sentence. Mary was building a sandcastle. Gordon has burned the toast. Do you know what time is it? Modal verbs can be used along with auxiliary verbs to refer to possible past, continuous, or future action. When a modal verb is followed by another auxiliary verb, for example, have or to be, the main verb takes either the past participle form, typically ending in ed, n, or t, or the present participle form, ending in ing, ing. The modal verb will is used in all aspects of the future tense. For example, I will talk, you will be traveling, and see the suite. Examples: modal and auxiliary verbs combined. He should have asked me first. He should have asked me first. Another example, you may be wondering what I mean. You may be wondering what I mean. Farah will have finished work by then. Farah will have finished work by then. Modal verbs and mood. The grammatical mood of a verb indicates the intention of the sentence. Modal verbs and auxiliary verbs are used along with the main verb to express mood. Now this table, alors dans ce tableau, qu'est-ce qu'on voit? Grammatical mood, function, example. Indicative. Indicative like states a fact. States a fact. For example, Lana is drinking coffee. Lana is drinking coffee. Imperative. The function here is to express a command or a request, often with a negative auxiliary verb. For example, don't forget to call. Don't forget to call. Interrogative. Ask a question. Would you open the window? Would you open the window? Conditional. Express a condition. You should leave now if you want to get the bus. You should leave now if you want to get the bus. Subjunctive. Express a wish, that, or hypothetical situation. For example, if you were free, we could watch a movie.